The reason why the Juggernaut Edition was the right time to redo the beginning of the game is because we're adding a new map. The original tutorial was really good at teaching players the controls, how to move your character, how to get around in the world, but it wasn't really focused on the concepts. It wasn't really focused on, why you're here in the first place, what survival means in the world of State of Decay 2.
The game's so dynamic and missions kind of pop up and are kind of randomly generated. It's hard to tell what is the actual main story and the main long-term goals of the game. And I think that was a problem we had originally, as a lot of people didn't even realize that there were long-term missions and main missions that you could do to actually finish the game.
Our user research team went through and interviewed a lot of new players and tried to figure out what made the difference between somebody who left the game early versus somebody who wanted to stick around for the long haul. And it turned out that the kinds of people who wanted to stick around were people who came into this game with a strategy. They already knew what they wanted to get out of the experience. And when they came in, they took charge of their community and they acted like leaders. And we're like, is there a way that we can teach new players that that's what this game is about, that it's about being the leader of a new community?
Analytics can't tell you why there's a drop-off, but they can help you pinpoint where something is kind of going wrong. And so part of the OnRamp team's goal was to make that drop-off stop happening. We wanted to make sure that players were getting in the game, learning what they needed to learn, and getting attached and engaged so that they would continue to play.
There's a lot to interact with. There's a lot to manage in your base with your survivors, everything from morale to your consumables. And when somebody dies, they're gone for good. So teaching them all of that stuff without it feeling super brutal is very important.
Coming back to it again after the game's been out in the wild for years and players have been playing it, you've gotten a lot of feedback, we've done user research studies, we've played the game ourselves a ton. Suddenly, we come in with a lot more information and we can make better decisions about how to frame the game for people, how to help them understand what this experience is really about. The team was really enthusiastic to get back into the tutorial. As soon as we introduced this idea, they filled an entire whiteboard and this massive document with all this stuff we wanted to teach. And then we went through it step by step to figure out, okay, what is the core? What is it we're trying to get across to players? What do they need to understand what's fun about State of Decay 2?